Hey everybody, it's Allie and I am so excited. Look what came in the mail yesterday. I finally got my Game of Thrones tarot deck, so I'm gonna unbox it for you. We're gonna check this out together. I'm so thrilled to have this. I have another nerdy deck, so as soon as this box is open, I'm gonna add this to my list of nerdy decks you can if you wanted to buy a reading from me, for example, I always leave the option people could choose their geeky deck they want to use for any geek readings that I offer. So I'm going to add this to the list of options. So let's, it's still in the plastic. Let's tear it off and see what we got inside. All right. So I love the gold decor, or the gold leaf, whatever they call that. Let's check out this box, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be one of them awesome solid boxes, and it is. Actually, that is a good solid box, and I like how it's kind of embossed, like the images on the cover are raised. Like, I just like rubbing my fingers over them. I've been doing that since it came in the mail yesterday. All right, let's check out these cards. Ooh, look at this book. Oh, that's a cute little white book. So it's not in color, but that's okay. It's got like this nice kind of hardcover. That's cute. So just a little like teeny tiny pocket size, kind of almost your standard. Here, I'll grab another little white book just to compare. It's pretty much the same size. It comes with, let's see, we've got some spreads in there, so that's good. I'm going to check that out in a little more depth later on. Now that I have this deck, I think I'm also going to be purchasing the Game of Thrones tarot spread book from Fable's Den on her Etsy page, because I promised myself I was going to do that. So cool. So some spreads, cards. So it's, oh, they even have reverse meanings, upright meanings, keywords. Excellent. So that's cool. So I'll dive into that a little more in depth myself later on. I am itching to flip through these cards. Okay, I'm just gonna put the box aside, but actually, I'm actually really impressed with this box. I was a little worried that it was gonna be just kind of a flimsy cardboard box, but now that I've got it open, I'm so happy that it's a solid box. So that's awesome. Okay, more plastic. Let's get some scissors in here. Okay, oh, and let's check out these cards. Oh, I'm so glad this camera is focusing. So, ooh, these are this is kind of neat. I've never felt cards like this before. They are very bendy. Like, I'm a little worried these are going to get easily bent, actually. And you can see kind of they have that kind of grid pattern, almost like playing cards, but I don't know. I don't know if these are just super flexible cards, or they might be really great for shuffling. They're definitely not stiff cards. But let's check this out. The Fool, Tyrion, with the dragon in the background. When I first saw this card, I wasn't really sure but then I was trying to think of who would make a better fool from Game of Thrones. Because Tyrion's pretty smart, you know, he's not foolish, but I guess that's not always the point. You know, Tyrion went on quite the adventure, so it's kind of a little bit ironic, I guess, calling him the Fool, since he has some of the, you know, biggest brains of any of the other characters. But actually, I kind of like that. I think having Tyrion as a fool is a good fit. And here we have Peter Baelish, Littlefinger as the magician. And I think that's I think that's awesome. I think he is a perfect magician. He's always manipulating situations and kind of becoming the master of his own destiny in many ways. It didn't maybe play out exactly like he had planned, but he did accomplish quite a bit. And of course, Melisandre as the High Priestess is perfect, as is Daenerys Targaryen as the Empress, the Mother of Dragons. I think that's awesome. The Emperor, of course, here we have, there we go, the Song of Ice and Fire right there, you guys. Fire and ice. Emperor and Empress. I'm so choked that I've got to wait another year for the next episode. Ugh. The Hierophant. Oh, that's how he shows up. Oh, Varys as the Hierophant. It's interesting. It's interesting they didn't choose like the High Sparrow or something as the Hierophant. But yes, little birds. Oh, I love that, how they put the little birds in the background. That's perfect. The Lovers, Ygritte and Jon Snow. Oh, and the is that Drogon as the Chariot? Yeah, it is Drogon. And then you see the Dothraki there, that's just super cool. Yes. Strength, yes. Brienne of Tarth, that is awesome with her. What was her sword called? Oathbreaker or Oathkeeper? I can't remember. Oh, that's rad. Perfect strength and perfect hermit too, with Bran Stark as the hermit. And the Three-Eyed Raven. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, of course, in the intro with all the houses. Yeah, awesome. Justice. Ned Stark as Justice on the Iron Throne. Oh, in the Hand of the King. Interesting. That's an interesting take on Justice. Oh, this Hanged Man card really... I see most decks, I really love the Hangman. The Hangman is one of my favorite cards. And this one just really puts me off. I don't want to look at it. Oh, God. The Bolton sigil of the Flayed Man as the Hanged Man. I get why they did it, but it's so... it's disturbing. And Arya as Death, that's kind of cool. I dig it. Oh, yeah, Sam as Temperance. That's cute. That's really good. So far, oh, there's Ramsay as the devil. I was wondering who they were going to put as the devil, because I had heard in other reviews that Joffrey is not in this deck. And so I'm not sure he would have made a great devil, but definitely Ramsay Bolton is the most evil and disturbing character in the whole story. The Tower with the little dire wolf. Oh, okay. I'm like, which tower is that? But I think that's the tower. And someone might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the tower where Jon Snow was born. Oh, you know what? No, I know what tower this is. This is the tower, because that's a puppy. That's not a full-grown direwolf. That's the tower that Bran fell out of when he caught Jaime and Cersei together, and Jaime pushed him out and left him a paraplegic. So that's what that tower is. Now that makes a heck of a lot more sense. And Shireen as the star. I think that's Shireen. I don't see the scarring on her face, but that would make sense to me. That's who they picked for the star. Unless it's Leanna. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to read the book. Maybe we should read the book. So here's the book. It's actually Sansa shining her light, which was her signal to Brienne that she was in trouble. She was trapped at Winterfell by Ramsay Bolton. So, okay, now I get the candle in the window in the tower. That makes a lot more sense. I thought it was Shireen, but it's actually Sansa Stark. Okay, so that makes sense. That's cool. I like how they had the candle is the perfect symbol or imagery there. Oh, the moon door. Oh, that's clever. Okay, cool. And here we have the sun with one of Daenerys' little dragons. Oh, I love this judgment card. I just think that scene in Game of Thrones when the Night King rose up his army of the dead, that was such a powerful, incredible, holy shit moment. I remember probably talking to my television screen when I saw that for the first time. And so what perfect imagery for Judgment. It has a slightly different twist on the meaning, but I think the imagery is very much the same and very fitting. I love this Judgment card. Okay, and we have a map of Westeros for the world with the 4 animals. That's awesome. Perfect. Okay, let's see. So we have Ace of Spears. 2 of Spears. So Daenerys up in her palace or one of her fortresses. And I'm not sure who that is looking out on the water. 3 of Spears. Okay. That would be Dorne and the Martells, I'm guessing. The wedding. Maybe that's Marcellus. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up, but that... it looks like Dorne. And that might be the Unsullied training. 6 of Spears, Daenerys riding victorious. Oh, and I bet you that's Grey Worm. And the Sons of the Harpy. 8 of Spears. Oh, there's the 3-eyed raven up there. Oh, the 9 of Spears with the Bolton army. And 10 of Spears. Okay, so we see the Stark flag there. So I'm not sure who's carrying all those lances, but... Page of Spears. Okay, so that is Grey Worm. The Knight of Spears, Jaime Lannister. Queen of Spears. So the Empress and the Queen of Spears. You know, my first thought was that Daenerys, because I was kind of think of her as more of a Queen of Cups because of her compassion and her kindness and her, you know, big heart. But seeing her as the Queen of Spears, I suppose that's because she is the fire. She's the fire in the Song of Ice and Fire. So making her Queen of Spears makes sense in that context. King of Spears, Ned Stark. Here is the cups. Okay. 2 of Cups. Oh, okay, so that's like the wedding ceremony. We have the 7 listed there. Father Smith, Warrior. Mother Maiden, Crone, Stranger. It's kind of like we got the wedding vows. I believe that's what that is there. So 2 of Cups, that's kind of cool. 3 of Cups. Now, whose arms might those be? Four of Cups. So we have Sansa and Littlefinger. And she's like not having any of it. That looks like Cersei grieving over the loss of her children. 6 of Cups. There's Sansa and Jon Snow remembering their childhood together. That's 7 of Cups. Oh, we have Bran in a trance and he's seeing lots of visions. That's an interesting take on the 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Who is walking away? Is that maybe Robb Stark leaving Winterfell? I am not certain. Could be. That would make sense, I suppose. 9 of Cups. Sam in his library. And the 10 of Cups. I'm not certain where that is. Maybe Castle Black? I don't know. I don't know where that would be. Page of Cups. That looks like Bran, or is that Robin maybe with the fish? I don't know. It looks like Bran though. That must be Loras with the flowers, the Knight of Cups. Loras Tyrell. Queen of Cups, we have Sansa, the romantic, who has changed so much throughout the show. And the King of Cups. Again, I think it's maybe because of the ice, so water, I don't know, maybe. Ace of Swords. And that is Jon Snow's sword, given to him by Mormont. Not Jorah, but his father, whose name I can't remember. Oh, and we have Arya with Needle. She's lost her vision. Three of Swords. Are those swords identifiable? That may very well be Jon Snow's sword. The Four of Swords. Oh, I wonder if that is the kind of the resurrection of Clegane, the mountain. And again, I'm just guessing here with the Five of Swords. That again, that looks like Bran Stark or Rickon. Obviously at Winterfell. That must be when the Grey Theon took over Winterfell. I'm just guessing, but that looks like the scene that's happening here. Okay, back to Six of Swords. That looks a lot like Arya. I was wondering who that was, if it was Jorah Mormont and Tyrion, but I think that is actually Arya looking for Jaqen H'ghar. And I love this, the Seven of Swords, where Sam Tarly steals his father's sword and storms out with Gilly. That was awesome. That was when we were all cheering him on. Good on ya, Sam. The Eight of Swords. Brienne of Tarth. Obviously feeling trapped or helpless. She made an oath to look after the Stark girls. So I wonder, but she's tied up. I can't remember who tied her up, but there she is, the Nine of Swords. So that might be Rob's wolf. I'm not sure how that fits with the meaning of Nine of Swords. Nightmares, red. Could be the red, I don't know, the red wedding maybe. Nine of Swords. Traitor. That must be Jon Snow, that scene for the watch, you guys. And the Page of Swords, that's Sons of the Harpy. Knight of Swords, Ramsay Bolton. Queen of Swords, yes. Cersei Lannister. You know, I think this show has a lot of Queen of Swords. Like, I think Olenna Tyrell would have made an excellent, you know, this is more fitting just because of the imagery, but just personality-wise, I like to think of Olenna as a bit of a sharp tack. But Cersei is no dummy either, so. And the King of Swords, the Night King, definitely a force to be reckoned with. I can't wait to find out what happens to this guy and his army. Ace of Coins. A Lannister always pays his debts. Two of Coins. Three of Coins. Oh, yeah. So that was when Sandor Clegane finds this lot building their church, even though he's not a believer. The Four of Coins. The Iron Bank. That's perfect. Five of Coins. Arya. Six of Coins. Aha. Bribing his little birds. I'm betting. Seven of Coins. I don't know who that would be. I'm not certain. And I'm guessing that is Gendry. And the Nine of Coins. That must be in like Marine. That's Daenerys again. 10 of Coins. Tyrion, the Page. All right. That looks like Brienne. The Knight. And there's Olenna, the Queen of Coins. Yeah, I can see that. And the King of Coins. Yes. Peter Baelish. Okay. So that's kind of a walkthrough. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that aren't in this deck. Someone pointed out there's no Joffrey. There isn't really, like, I love the Hound. Did I say the Mountain earlier when I did in this one? I meant the Hound. Jeebus, let me get my Cleganes correct here. Yeah, but I can't wait to start using this. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna give it a shuffle. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the back. So there's the back of the deck, the Iron Throne. So let's give this a shuffle. Let's just see how it feels, because I'm really curious. Because like I said, the cards are definitely very, oh yeah, look at it. Super easy riffle shuffle there. Let's try it if you're kind of more of a hand over. Whoop. That's just me. I'm always dropping cards when I shuffle that way. I don't think it has anything to do. I thought maybe the cards might be a little bit kind of sticky, but they're not. Actually, that feels pretty good. So yeah, they have an interesting texture to them. Like you can kind of hear that. Very flexible. I just wonder how, you know, over time if they're going to fray around the edges. But yeah, I can't wait to start using this deck. I'm super stoked. So there you go. There is the Game of Thrones, the nice little booklet. And it does, I love how it actually does explain the characters or the scene or what have you, whatever image is in the card. So that's going to be perfect. Very helpful for context. And I think this deck is going to be super easy to use, especially if you are a Game of Thrones fan like I am. I didn't have too much trouble identifying any of the characters. Seems just like that one, what was that, Eight of Pentacles or something, that I wasn't really sure. Everyone else, oh, you know who else isn't in here is Davos, or Shireen, or Stannis. There's no Baratheons in here. What the heck? Interesting. Okay, that's just a little side note, something I just noticed. But there you go. Game of Thrones Tarot. Super stoked to add this to my list of decks. I will be using this a lot. In fact, I think I'm going to go post a little reading to Instagram very shortly. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click all the links below and leave me a comment. Let me know if you have this deck and what you thought about it. We'll have a little chat because maybe there's things I hadn't thought of yet. So, yay! Until next time, guys, stay shiny and keep sparkling. Bye!